Okay, so now that we are logged into our real profile here, we can see all of the events that are available for you to apply to or contact, what have you. So the first thing you're going to notice is that here on this side, it's going to list either the conference or the name of the organization or the professional association. So you'll be able to see all of the names here on the left hand side as I'm scrolling down. And right now we have over 9,300 events, but new events are being added all of the time. And this is not the only place where you're going to be able to find opportunities. We have a whole directory of event planners. We also have a podcast directory. So whether you want to, speak at events, or you want to speak at on podcasts, or you want to just contact event planners directly who hire speakers, I'll be going over all of that with you in just a second. But yes, so 9,300 events just in this part of the database alone. So you're going to see the name of the organization. The category is like, is this a seminar? Is it a webinar? Is it an actual organization? So that is what the category signifies. And then you're going to see the contact info. So you're going to have at least one point of contact. So whether that's a phone number, a LinkedIn profile, or an email address. We tried to get as much contact information as we possibly could, but sometimes, we might not have been able to find the phone number, or like here, it doesn't have a LinkedIn, but it does have a phone number, and it does have an email address. So, as many points of contact as we could actually find, we went ahead and added that in for you and just made it like super easy to navigate. And now you see the contact information, the email address, the location. So, we either put like United States, or if we weren't sure, it has unspecified, or if it is a like a international event, it'll list like the country or the location. So you can also search by location. Industry is like, it really narrows down like your niche and your industry. So do you want to speak at K through 12 events, or youth events, or business events, or leadership events, or women's events? So that's industry. And then website is, you're going to click and it's going to redirect you to the website for the organization. And then view just allows you to view everything in one place. So it breaks down the organization, the industry, the location, the email, the contact person, the phone number, their LinkedIn, and then their website. So if you want to kind of see everything in one place, then just click view and you're able to view it. And then email is if you wanted to email this person, then you click email and you're going to be able to email them. Now, because there's so many events in here and like new ones are being added all of the time, um, we wanted to make it really easy for you to kind of narrow down what you're looking for. So if you like, I think one of the best ways to search would actually be by the industry, because that's like what the niche, or the audience members that you want to speak to. So, if you are a youth speaker, you can just type in K through 12, and all of those kind of youth organizations or youth events are going to pop up. If you wanted to speak, if you're like a business or entrepreneurship speaker, then all of those events or organizations will pop up. And right now there's over 1,100 business events in here for you. If you wanted to speak on leadership, um, then you can just type in leadership and those events will pop up. You see, we have churches, we have women's events, we have men's events. So, if you really want to narrow it down, to find the specific niche that you're looking for, then I highly recommend just kind of using that search field, so that you can find your event or find the types of events that you want to speak at. And then, we have it narrowed down by location. So sometimes it's really specific, like the state. And even the address, if we could find the address or the city and state. And then sometimes it might just say United States, so you can also search by location, or like I said, you can search by category. So if you wanted to specifically look for conferences, then you can search for conference. If you wanted to look for like an organization, like let's say you wanted to do like a workshop facilitation, then you can search by organization. So you can also search by category as well. Now, I also wanted to show you the directory here. Well, let's go to podcasts first. So if you go to podcasts, if you wanted to just specifically find podcasting opportunities, then this is a great way. This is a great place to start. So there's 530 podcasts here right now, and we have as much contact information as we could find. So first of all, you have the name of the podcast over here, just like you had on the events page. You have the podcast host name, you have their email address, and then you have industry again. So just like on the last page, I personally think one of the best ways to search is via the industry. So if you wanted to speak on a real estate podcast or a finance podcast or a marriage podcast, just click here and search by industry, and it'll narrow down all of those podcasts for you. And then again, if you press view, it just kind of gives you a broad overview of, everything that you would need in order to contact that podcast and pitch yourself as a guest speaker. Um, so you can also connect with event planners directly. So this is a little different because when you're on the events page, these people may be event planners that book the speakers, but they could also be like, if you go to the website, they can just be who's listed on the website. So it may or may not be an actual event planner, but it could be like who's listed on the website, especially if it's like a conference or something like that. There might be a lot of decision makers for larger conferences, but the difference with this directory is this is narrowed down to decision makers and people who, when you talk to them, they are actually in charge of booking the speakers. So it might not be like an executive assistant or something like that. These are actual event planners who need speakers. And when you click on this link for the event planners, it's not for a specific event. Like, they might be event planners who book speakers for a variety of different events and different conferences. So their main job is to be an event planner and to book speakers for events. And it might not be a specific event like on the events page. So I hope that makes sense. But okay, so the event planner, we have their email, we have their name, we have their company, and then you can also see if they, already have a predetermined budget for speakers. You can see here, like, how much they have paid speakers in the past, or what they have already said their predetermined budget is. And then you can see the location as well. So this is a really great tool for finding paid events. Or if you just want to narrow down, like, who actually pays speakers to speak, and what have their budgets been in the past. And of course, their budgets might be a little bit higher now, but this is just what they have either stated their budget was at the time, or what they have paid speakers in the past. So you can see here, this person says that they'll pay between $2,000 and $4,999. This person will also pay that much. This person is less than $1,000, but you can still negotiate for things like flight and hotel, or if you're local to this, Peru, Illinois, that's a local event for you. So you can just drive there and speak. So I love this page because first of all, it connects you directly with the event planners. And then, for as many of them as possible, we try to get information about, like, how much they're willing to pay speakers, and what they've paid speakers in the past. This is a higher paying one. So this one is $5,000 to $10,000 in Texas. This one is $2K to $499. And as you can see here, right now, there's 656 event planners in this database. So that is a really good way to start, and a really good place to start, if you're wanting to pitch to events and to speak. Okay, so here we go. So we can start to contact these event planners in a couple of different ways. So we can do an AI pitch, and AI will basically draft your email for you. And this is, based on, my profile and things like that. So of course, you're going to want to, you know, kind of tweak it a little bit, make sure you really read it, but it cuts down on the time that you're spending, like, writing pitches and things like that, because AI is doing your pitches for you. So, you can get through several pitches in a day, just because AI is drafting, for you. And then, we have their website. And if you wanted to, just email them directly, and you didn't want AI to draft the email for you, then you can do that as well. So, yes, so that is this page with the event planners. And then we have a feature where, okay, the chat feature here. where you can, so once an event planner is online, you can chat with them directly. So you can either send the event planner a voice note here. You can type up a message and send it to them that way. Okay, so you get the point. Type a message, send a voice note. So you would just press voice note here. And hello, my name is Erica. I just wanted to introduce myself as a speaker for one of your events. Here are some reasons why I would be an incredible speaker. And you send the voice note and you can listen to it. Oh, I recorded. Okay, and if this person was online, you would see like this is colored and this would say online. But since this person is offline, you can't video chat with them. But once they are online, you would be able to even, type like, "Hi, do you have a moment um, for a quick video chat?" And if, I wouldn't just click this button and start video chatting with people. I would definitely ask them first. So you can, just send them a message. Do you have a moment for a quick video chat? And then once they reply yes, you can select the video button here and video chat with them. So we have made it so easy to kind of connect with event planners, not only, with this incredible directory where you can find event planners and email them using AI and see exactly how much they are willing to pay speakers. But then you come over to the chat feature, and you're able to either send them a DM, send them a voicemail. And the voicemail is really good because it allows them to see like your tone, your speaking style, if you have a high pitched voice or a low voice, if you're like a monotone speaker. So I would use the voice memo box as much as possible, just so the event planners can get a feel for who you are, how you sound, that type of thing. But then once they are online, you can also ask for permission to have a quick video chat. And once you're video chatting with them, you can sell yourself as a speaker for their event or their organization, or as a workshop facilitator, or as an MC, or what have you. So we've really made it super easy, not only for you to find events but and podcasts, but for you to like connect directly with event planners, and see, no, there's no more guesswork as far as like, does an event pay, how much do they pay? And a lot of these event planners will still pay. So it's just, if you don't see like how much they pay, it's up to you to kind of connect with them, email them, or whatever they're online, connect with them, and just do an introduction, sell yourself as a speaker, and ask what their budget is, right? So a lot of these event planners, even if they don't have a pay, like how much they pay by their profile, they will still pay. It's just that you have to connect. And the same with these events. Like, these events um, don't necessarily have, pay information, but it doesn't mean they don't pay. It's just up to you to contact them, and to connect with them and show them how much value you bring, and then negotiate your speaking fees. So that is the walkthrough. I hope this was helpful, and please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.